Hi, this is Chris with Invest LYH, and today I'm going to go over a property that's a little different than most of our usual properties in that this property will be an all-cash purchase. So let's go ahead and share the screen and get to the property. So this property is 1719 Liberty Street in Lynchburg, Virginia, and you can see that it's priced at $60,000. So one of the questions that I received was, can you do a cash-on-cash analysis for an all-cash purchase? Absolutely. Now, I took a look at this property. I didn't put all the pictures on here, but you can kind of see from these pictures here and these pictures here, the property needs some work. So $60,000 is not the total cash that you're going to be putting into the property. But before we do that, let's take a quick look at what the rents will be. You can see here that the median rent is $1,200. The average rent is $1,250. We're just going to stick with the median. So now let's go ahead and do some math. So we have the $60,000 as our initial purchase price, right? And then we have, I would estimate about $40,000 in make-ready costs. Now, you might have only $20,000, you might have $50,000, but we're just going to estimate $40,000 in make-ready costs. So these two together is going to come up with $100,000. So this is all the cash in for the deal, all cash in. This now becomes our denominator. This is going to be the bottom part of our equation. If I slide that over here, $100,000 will be on the bottom part of our equation. Now we need to come up with the top part. Let's go in gold. So we know that we're going to use the 1,200. So if we multiply that times 12 months, we're going to get 1,440 as cash. Annual cash flows, annual cash flows. Now, because we didn't finance this and we're not going to get the taxes and the insurance taken out, we're going to have to make some assumptions on taxes. And you can see over here that I did $400. Let me highlight it for you guys. I did $400 in homeowners insurance, and I did $592 in taxes. So if we assume these two numbers here, we're going to add those to the bottom. Well, we're going to subtract them from our annual cash flow. So I'm going to add them in underneath here, 539 and 400. And if we subtract those two from our gold number of 1440, what we come up with is 13,461. This is now our, this is actually our annual cash flow. This was our income. And this was these were our costs over here. So when you buy a property outright, your monthly costs are a lot lower, but your upfront costs are a lot higher. So now let's just continue the equation. We'll bring the 13,461 down to the bottom as annual cash flows. And if we were to divide this out, what our cash on cash return for purchasing this house, all cash plus making renovations, is going to be 13.46%. So if you round up, it's going to be 13.5%. So that's not a bad cash on cash deal. And that's a lot of times, I'm going to stop sharing here. That's a lot of the times why people do purchase homes with cash, because you typically will find a better cash on cash return, especially after the make ready is input into the equation. Because when you do some make ready to a property, what's going to happen is you probably can charge higher rents because everything is newer. You got a fresh coat of paint on there. You probably have some newer appliances. And if you do a really good job, where you take a look at the HVAC system and the roof and the plumbing, that can really help you increase that cash on cash return. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. And I hope this video helped you. just a little different one than normal, where we're not looking at the mortgage payment and looking at the cash flows monthly, but we're looking at the annual cash flow, dividing it out by the cash that we put into the project, which was the purchase price and the make ready. Thanks so much, guys. You guys have a great day.